I'm joined by BYU signee Gavin Taylor, a catcher out of California's Birmingham High. Gavin, man, good to have you in.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. I'm doing great. I just want to thank you and PBR and LakePoint Sports for having me.
Absolutely. One of the state's top 5 catchers in the class, pop time in that 184 range, exit velo around 80. What do you feel like is your biggest strength behind the plate?
I feel like my biggest strength is just bringing a lot of energy, being a just high energy guy, always working hard and pushing my teammates to be their best.
And obviously, you're a really good pitch framer. It can be a pitcher's best friend. And the scouts talk about your ability to keep the body quiet, have minimal glove movement. How much work do you put into that ability to get a strike for your pitcher?
I put in a ton of work on and off the field. I like to watch a lot of video and just work on staying under the ball. Preparation is a huge part of who I am, and I believe preparation. It's a huge part of the game.
What's the biggest factor there? Is it being on the same page as your pitcher and the ability to put the ball where they want it to be? Is it, just calling the game the right way? What do you think is that biggest factor in terms of maybe you guys getting a strike that's not really a strike?
Just kind of going over it before the inning with the pitcher, like if their ball runs, if it cuts, if it's just a straight fastball, or like in the bullpen, how their different pitches move. I really think just taking mental notes on that helps a lot.
You mentioned watching a lot of video. Who do you kind of look up to in terms of catchers and guys at the pros, guys in college? Who do you kind of look at as in terms of guys who do what you do really well?
Growing up, I've always been a huge Buster Posey fan, and growing up, I've modeled my game after him, and watching the College World Series and highlights from that on YouTube, just picking up little things here and there from different catchers from various teams.
Buster Posey, obviously a guy that exudes leadership. As a catcher, you're expected to be that quarterback of the infield. How do you kind of, embody that and be somebody who steps out onto that field as a catcher and as a leader?
I just like to say what's on my mind, speak my mind, let people know what it is and how it is. Just be very vocal, be loud, and straight to the point, no complex, just straight to it.
The PBR scouts say at the plate you have, easy rhythm and balance. They talk about, whippy, quick hands, and there's obviously the ability to leave the yard. What's the big point of emphasis for you as a hitter going into your final year of high school?
Just do what I do, hunt pitches early. I've watched a lot of Alex Bregman film, and one of the things that stuck out to me was during the World Series this past year, they would say he turns real quick and short to the ball, and I noticed that, and I really like I like to apply that to my game, so I can, with higher velocity, I stay short, quick to it, and it's helped me a lot.
Yeah, if you're quick and short to the ball and there's not a lot of moving parts, obviously that's an easy way to get out of slumps, I would think.
Yeah, it's the simpler I keep it, the better I do. So I really find that helpful.
I know you were initially committed to Nevada and you're now headed to BYU. Without going into the decision to pull back from that commitment to the Wolfpack, why did you ultimately decide that BYU is the spot for you?
I developed a good relationship with the coaching staff at BYU throughout my recruiting process, and I felt like I could learn a lot from them because of their backgrounds.
Well, Gavin, listen, man, I appreciate it. Some fantastic stuff there. Wishing you all the best at BYU and whatever comes next for you in the game of baseball.
Thank you. I appreciate it.